you doing? This is Anthony Gray of Grayscale Painting. I got a nice little exercise to help you practice your floral brush strokes. This should be relatively painless and kind of fun. All right. Okay. It involves canvas or whatever you use. All right. This is actually the backing of a one of my art pads. All right, it's really thick cardboard, really sturdy stuff. All right. Okay. And a piece of plastic. All right. That comes from, who knows? You can use a plastic bag. It doesn't matter. All right. This just happens to come from one of my 16 by 20 canvases. All right. Okay. I'm going to spray the board with water. Just like so. And I'm going to use a mix of red paint and some of this umber. Okay. So a little umber, a little red. I don't necessarily have to put this on too great. Just like this, really. You want it dark in the center, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, pretty much like that. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of black and a little bit of umber. I'm going to mix it, and I'll pop that right in the center, right in here. It's like this. All right. I'm going to kind of concentrate that a little bit more. Need it to be a little deep in here. All right, something like so. All right. Now, I know it looks a little crazy. You guys don't know what I'm going to do. How simple it is to do this once you get it down. I'm going to take the plastic. I'll put the plastic right on there, just like that. Okay. All right. Now, the reason why I'm also doing this is you can see through the plastic, which is why I use this instead of a regular paper plastic bag or white plastic bag where you can't see anything. Okay. Now, while it's very wet, okay, very maneuverable, I'm going to take Mr. Plastic and I'm going to go grab it here. If I can grab it, pull it out, and I'm going to go in a circle. Just take it and go in a circular pattern, just like that. Just go in a circle. I know it looks kind of crazy. It looks wild. Just like that. Go in a circular pattern, just like so. All right. Just like that, really. In a circular pattern, you get this weird looking conglomerate mess going on, and that's all I need. All right. Now I could have put the paint on much thicker and got more of a thicker pattern out of that, but as long as you get something flowing going in that direction, okay. And we'll start fleshing out some things in a more or less circular pattern. I'm gonna take some black first, and I'm going to frame out what I've just done. Okay, right up around here, you follow the pattern of the strokes, really. I'll come down here, and I'm following the markings. So I think some of this will start to make sense to you in a little while. All right. You can do this with any size paper. And it's actually, what I just did is actually making the petals for me. Okay, and I'm just going over what I see. You can do this however you see it in the imagery. Really simple and fun to do. Once again, I'm going to emphasize we are going to actually we can change that because it looks a little, it's not curved. So let's we'll invent, because I gotta have it curved a little bit, so we can invent a curve right there. Do you see what it's starting to look like already? And all you did was crinkle some plastic. Okay. Can you guys see what's going on here already? Okay. I'm hoping that you guys can notice this. We'll pop like that. We'll come out here like this. Maybe like that. All right. Okay. That's not too bad. Let us play around. Let's still take the little bit of the black here. Here in this circle, you really want to kind of emphasize the darkness. The circle gets tighter and tighter in here. I don't have to add too many of these. Maybe I'll play around with something there. But keep it circular. Much like that. And I'll leave it just like that. All right. Keep in mind, all of your strokes now are going to be circular. They're going to come right to a point, right dead center. All right. Okay. So let's start making petals. All right. And we'll start blocking. We'll block in some things. Okay. First of all, let's start blocking in all up in here. Just like that, just kind of, especially toward the center. You'll still see the black above some of this red. The red isn't entirely dry, so it's mixing up with the black, and that's fine. Just like that you see here. And still go in a circular type of pattern. Okay. All right. Let's start blocking in some of those shapes. And you really you see the shapes. Okay. So we'll start to kind of add some interesting little patterns in there like this. Just start blocking in stuff like that. Still going the circle. See, I don't know what, well, I do know. Because once again, I'm just following what I see here. Basically. But I am going deliberately in a circular pattern, circular way. Just like that. Just pop it in there. Just like that. See, nothing in particular, but once again, you're starting to see what it really looks like here. Okay. And once again, you're going to follow the direction of the strokes, which will be dead center. The black dot right in there. You concentrate right on that dot right there. All right. Okay. Okie dokie. I think we're okay-ish. I'm still looking here. I'm going to go into my brown. The brown that I chose, the umber there, I'm putting red in it. It's got a little bit of black too. It's just going to make it deeper brown. But red is in it, so it will more or less match up. And I'm going to come right here on top of that. See, I'm going to go right on top. I'm digging into the red and the brown. I'll add a little black, a little bit of water. And I'm going to go in between. Up in here. Really fun. It teaches you placement also when I do things like this. All right. got a few more spots I want to kind of cover up here. Few spots, like right in here. I think we're good. Now watch what I'll do. Like I say, it doesn't make any sense right now. It will. All right, and this is a 1/2 inch flat brush that I'm painting with. Okay, obviously you know where it's going to be the darkest at. Okay, all right, well, let's have a little fun. Let's take a little bit of, let me get a little bit of, I think I want some yellow and white. We'll do it that way. So I'm pulling out some white paint. I'm digging into my yellow, putting it on with the white paint here. All right. Now, I will most likely use vegetable glycerin. Like I say, if you don't have glycerin, you can use a little bit of water to do the same thing. Okay. The titanium white mixed in with the yellow also makes it a little more opaque. Okay, so it's very important so you don't see too many of the streaks once you start applying this stuff. All right. Everything goes toward that dot. We'll put a nice yellow dot right there. All right, so everything is going to go toward that area. Okay. All right, well, let's have a little fun. This is all about strokes and streaks and all of that fun stuff. Okay. Circular motion. Let's go right from, well, let's start with a petal right here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give it a little slight push, and then I'm going to go right in to the direction of that dot. Light push, and I'm going to stroke it inside here. Now remember, I got glycerin going on here, and I'm going to just kind of create that petal in there, just like that. If I want it a little smooth, I can take if I can find it in time, I'll take a mop brush, okay, and I'll kind of slowly pat some of this to kind of blend it a little bit if it's not already dry. And if it is dry, it's all right. I can still kind of smooth it out a bit. All right, but that's, we got a single petal going on there. Remember, this is titanium white and yellow mixed in there, and a little pinch of glycerin just to get it to move around, because most of this is probably dry as of now. All right, so you got you got one petal hanging out there, okay, going over in that direction. Let's get some more guys going. I'll do a little pinch and go this way. And what I'm doing is I'm on top of the deep red, okay, just like that. I'm aiming it. Now deliberately I'm going toward that circle, even if I'm curving it, okay. And I really want to get the striations kind of smooth. I'll kind of pat them, smooth them in there. All right. And basically, this floral design is just me really getting into just getting into the practice of the strokes. Aim it, even though you're curving. Okay. Aim it toward the toward that dot. And once again, you can smooth all of this out. And we're gonna do this all over the place with this guy. Let's get a couple more right up around in here. Now remember where you're. I'm gonna give it a little push and go on in. And you can do this. You guys can do this. I know you can do this. Okay. I'm going into my red. I'm gonna bring it out here. I think I'm gonna bring this out a little more into the brownish area here, and we'll kind of curve it in. All right, and we're gonna get another one here. Let's get some more white. Get some more yellow. Get a little glycerin. Pop it in there. The titanium white will help cover like that. And you need that edge of color. I'm putting it right now into the just like that, and we're gonna come out just like so. Take my little soft brush. We're gonna kind of pat and smooth those out very gently. Okay. All right. And we're gonna come out around here. Oh, right up here. And come on that way. I'm gonna put one right out here and curve it like that. Curve it right in. We'll have one go the opposite way in there. Once again, I'm gonna tap and smooth out some of those. And we're gonna continue right along. I'm bringing it a little bit above that dark. You can kind of scoop them in there. Okay. The reason why it's got this kind of look is because I did not put glycerin on the board itself. You can. I just choose not to. Okay, but you can do it that way. If you choose to, if you desire to. It's really up to you. I'm going to come out there in the little border areas out there, and I'm going slightly above the flower. Just like that. Bring it in there like so. And while it's still wet, I'm just gonna tap, and it's just me smoothing out that bottom in there. Okay, you can wipe off some of that. And this is just a practice floral. Just come out here and just get in a couple this way, just like that. And we're gonna come out here. Okay. Come out here a little bit. All right. Just like that. Adding all sorts of little, and this is nothing but petals all over the place. Okay. So you're just really filling out this whole board with petals. All right. Let's come over here. You can put them in any color you want. I just chose the yellow reddish thing happening here. All right. You can do them any way you want. Right here. Come on out. I'm going a little bit above that brownish patch there. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to kind of curve it in there. And once again, while it's still wet, I'm just tapping with a very soft brush. Okay, just to smooth out those ends a little bit. All right, okay. We're gonna keep it going. Once again, it's just an exercise of you really, let's start it right from here. Let's get a nice curve right here. And you really want, what I'm doing is really concentrating on striations. Kind of flick it. Okay, I'm going with that turn. I'll keep it like that. Press. All right, all right. Let's put one right in. Well, no, I'm gonna keep it out there. I really want to concentrate on the ones on the outside. We're gonna go in a different direction when we get closer in. So I'm not gonna really bother myself with all of that yet. Let's tease a couple here. Yeah, right out here, right here. We're gonna come on inside, go out a little bit. A little smooth. I wipe off my brush often. Just like that, smooth it out. You can kind of see the circular movements that are going on there. Okay. All right. As I'm looking, I'm checking things out here. I believe I'm going to, I think I got, yeah, let's do this. As I'm checking it out, I'm going to go into my red. I think I'm going to play around with a little bit of red. But not like you think. For the very outside guys, I got yellow on my brush already. I'm just going to a little tiny dot of red. I got red and white on there. And some glycerin. I need some glycerin for this. Okay, directly the outside petals out there. Now, you have to be careful because if you put too much white in your red, it's going to turn kind of pink. So I'm building up some more red in there. I'm pulling this paint. It's got glycerin in it. Okay, so right out here on the outside, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to kind of, yeah, see, that needs to be a little stronger. It's too much glycerin, so I'm going to go with more red so I can cover some of that up. There we go. I can even give it a little push of color out there. Now bring it out there like that. I'll come out here and do the same thing. Just come on out. That little rim of color. I'm gonna come over here on the other edge, just like that. So I'm getting some of this stronger red on the outside. We're gonna highlight a few of these also. But I'm just kind of aim it towards that dot still. Even though you see me going in different directions, it's still going to be concentrated toward that outside. Now you really don't see too much of a difference because of the same color red. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of white. I got this pinkish color going on, but I got a little touch of white. I'm going to get some yellow in there too. Okay, I'm pulling it towards me. And right on the very outside, get some quick striations going there. Because it's going to add separation. I'm going to get a little touch of white in there. You don't need a very powerful separation or striations, but you need enough to let you don't want to let yourself know where some of these leaves are going here. I'm going to come out here, I'm going to do the same thing. Add some of that brightness out there. Right out here. Once again, you're concentrating more or less on the strokes and how they look. Same formation of pressing and pulling. But see, now you got a little separation. Now you got a little leaf action going, or petal going there. Out here, I must still bring it towards that, towards that, towards that dot. But I think it's making a little more sense. It's just repeated strokes is what you see me doing. I'll create one right here. Okay, just like so. I'll come out here and add some of that. Same technique, just a color that's a little closely resembling what you the color of the flower. Okay, this is probably one of the last ones before we start going in the other direction. Okay, but you see what's going on there. All right. Okay. Let us now turn these guys in the other direction. All right. We've pretty much got our little flow going as far as the, I got another batch up there. I'm going to take care of that while I'm talking to you. Right here in this upper corner. Let's see. Actually, I don't have to. I should have just colored all that in. It doesn't really need to be here. This part of it, so I can probably just color that in. And I'm going to. It doesn't need to be there. I got enough petals and it's in a circular motion, so I think we're pretty much good. So I don't need none of that extra red there. So I'm going to take a little bit of black, what I got left. Hopefully I got enough left to cover that. I don't need for this to be here. I can cover that up. Once again, this is just an exercise. I don't have enough black because I know I didn't really need too much black. So I'll just get another little dot of black and cover that up. And it's just pure black out the tube. It will dry almost immediately, so don't worry about that. I'll just cover it right up there and get this little piece out of there too. You don't need that. All right, much like that. And whatever little tidbits I got hanging out there, we can get rid of that. Nice, as long as you got a nice deep solid background that flower really pops out. You can do it in any color you really want for your highlights or what have you. All right. Let's now go in the opposite direction. Now, when you do go in the opposite direction, okay, one that this little dot there, that's not really needed. So we'll just kind of cutely make that disappear like that. Okay, it's all right. All right, yeah, we'll just kind of make it disappear. No big deal. All right, it's gone. It's out of here. Okay, we're gonna get a little bowl going in there. All right. So what you're gonna do is that your shading of your petals, instead of going in the inside, each one will have its own separate little unit, little dot going in a circular. Let's take direction. This fellow. Now what's gonna happen is that rim of color is gonna go on the inside, in here, and you're gonna go into the black in a curved direction like this. And this is where the striations really come in to help you out. Okay. I'll do it again. We're gonna outline these, but they're really your little punch of color will be curved and going in the opposite direction. Okay. You're gonna be doing plenty of these. Come out here, you're gonna do the same thing. You're following that circular curve of the black. And you'll see what I'm talking about as I do this. You might not see it yet. All right, but this is also a good practice for you to go in the other direction. Because once again, these got their own little vanishing points. It's just that the curves are going in the other direction. Okay. So you might get a little bit disoriented a little, but you will be all right. And once again, once I highlight these, you're going to understand exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing the same thing as the outer petals. I'm just going in a different direction and I'm curving them. So hopefully you guys should start to see the curve. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to get a couple of them going in this direction. So it actually flips around. All these guys are flipping around in the other direction here. All right. As I'm checking them out here, I could probably pop in a couple this way. All right. Now I'm going to show you exactly what I've done. Watch this. I'm just going to take a little bit of yellow white. And I'm going to bring a touch of that pink into the yellow white. And all I need is really a line, like a little guide to show you exactly what I've done. And here we go. Sometimes it just takes a little touch like that. Okay. And you're going to get that circular, that little curve going with these fellas. As you make the curve, okay, you're going to go toward that imaginary vanishing point. I'm going to do it right here. And a lot of this is really concentrating on how you do your strokes. As tiny as these are, okay, you still got to follow that tight knit stroke. You go extreme to the left, extreme to the right, okay. Sometimes it's just a touch, as you can see. Continue the curve. Okay, so you got this, you're going extremely in one direction. Now, wherever is your middle, your middle's going straight downward. Okay, as you curve around, you're curving in the other direction, like so. And sometimes when you want to end it, it's just a line, but make it curved. Can you see the bowl look doing the curve? Okay, I'm getting a little more white, a little more yellow, get some of that little pinkish stuff in there, get a little touch of glycerin. If you still want this color to be opaque, that's the only way that you can really successfully do this. You got one going straight. Sometimes once again, all you need is a line. Sometimes I can fade some of that out because all you need really is just a bridge of paint. Okay. I'll bring it straight. And then as I come around, I can add the exaggerated curve to some of those fellas. As you can see, I keep curving it around up in here. And sometimes all you need really is just to curve it. Okay. Sometimes you just need a thin line. And I'll show you in here, just maybe the corner of, you see this? And you just kind of curve it around. Don't make all of your reds disappear. These are the little inside guys. Once again, I'm gonna start to get a little bit of a curve in there. Come on in here like this, just like that. But look what it's doing. You see the impression it's giving. Okay. Okay, let's pop in one in here. Even though I didn't really put one here, it's all right. We can continue it on. Once again, it's just pure exercise of doing this. Okay. I got that one going in the wrong direction. That one went outward. It's supposed to go in. but we can correct that. Okay, so this one's going out. That's fine. Make a little line. Okay, and then we're gonna no, I went the wrong way. We got a little line, and then we're gonna just there that way. Curve it so I can correct that, just like so. Then we'll curve it around. All right, curve it right around. Use your finger to help you out a little bit, just like so. All right, pretty darn cool. Let's get a little bit of yellow. Yellow is very transparent color. Okay, you need a little touch of white to kind of bump it up a bit, and we're gonna just give a quick little touch on the outside here. And it's just give me a little rim of orange, yellow color there. Okay, just to match up things back here. Maybe a little bit of something right here, just a push, and you kind of got it in. Because it's such a transparent color, I don't have to do every one of them. Maybe some of them can have that little yellow highlight like that, but I just did a few of them over here. Okay, how about this one? Press and just go on in, just like that. Okay, and then I'll add a little rim just to give it a little extra petal there. All right. But you see what I just did? That's just a whole bunch of circular petals going on the outside. And then whatever point that you choose, you flip it, go inside. Okay. And that's basically all I've done. Okay. All right. I'm going to, well, I don't have enough to do that, and that's really okay. And as you can see, I don't have anything really for green, and it doesn't really need it. Okay, this is basically it, guys. I don't really have any more to show you, but just to do that real quick. All right, it's just a quick practice thing I did with a piece of plastic, some wet paint, and just some strokes with a 1/2-inch brush, and this is it. All right. Knowing that your outside petals are more or less aiming towards that dot, okay. I mean, I got some going to the left and the right, but the majority of them are circular, but they're aimed toward that imaginary dot right in the center. Okay, and then as you get closer and it starts to make a bowl, that's when you flip and go in the other direction. And every one of these has their own center point. Okay, once you can envision that and you make the strokes go in that direction, you will get this image of a bowl in the center of expanding floral leaves. Or petals, excuse me. All right. It was just me taking some plastic and doing this. Okay? And that's it. All right. And you see the natural darkness that's going on there, but it kind of expands. Okay. And what kind of sells this is the bright yellow coming out and it's disappearing into that lighter red. Okay, the majority of this is probably dry because it's nothing but paint and whatever. A little bit of glycerin, just a very little bit, but as you can see, it's more paint than glycerin. It's starting to dry up, cake up. See? Okay. So it dries rather quickly. I didn't have to add any leaves or anything like that to it. This is more, once again, a practice piece. It's just an exercise for you to really get accustomed and get used to putting your petals in there. All right, I got a roller ball pen that's white. And I can just kind of pop that signature in there real quick. There. That's all she wrote. Like I say, it's just a little the rolling ball pens, Uniball. Get them in white or whatever color they got, but or you can use an ink marker. But this one's a little thick. I didn't really want to put that on there. And it's only a little 9 by 12 board. Okay. All right.